on, guys. It is the Fridayest of Friday of all of the Fridays that there ever was, because it is the Friday. Christmas was on Wednesday. It is Friday today, just getting back into the swing of things. But then it's the weekend. But then we have another holiday coming up. Like, I don't know what's happening, and I'm having a real hard time getting into the swing of things. I am heading to the office. I'm meeting someone there to finish up a project. I also have nothing prepared or planned for breakfast. I wasn't sure what today was gonna look like, so I feel like it's like 9 o'clock right now. I have snacked some this morning just on a random stuff, some cinnamon rolls, some granola, just literally random stuff. But I showed you these in a couple videos ago. I've had one. I'm gonna try another flavor today. So these are the mush bars. They sent them to me. They just came out with bars, and I was very not sure about the texture of these. I had the maple cinnamon one, very good. And these are a little bit more filling in terms of, yes, calories. They have a little more calories than like a typical like protein bar, and I'm gonna want something that's gonna hold me over a little bit. I'm hoping this is gonna be quick there, but I'm not 100% sure. And I just need something a little more. So I have some other snacks there, but I was like, I want something a little more substantial to have with me there. So I'm actually gonna try the double chocolate. I will report back how I like it. But I'm gonna throw that in my bag, head to the office, and then I think later today we'll do some meal planning together because it's Friday. That's typically when I do my meal planning. And we got another wonky week coming up. So I think it'll be kind of nice starting this video with meal planning, because then I'll kind of give you like an overview of the week that we have ahead. And also it's gonna be a little bit wonky of a meal planning, and to be honest, not driven by what I want kind of at all. So I think that'll be very like realistic for us to show. So I'm gonna pack myself up, reheat my coffee, head on there, and try really hard to get myself in the swing of things. Let me just say too, you might be like, if you watch me regular, Colleen, you're not in your usual scuba hoodie. You guys know I have a uniform. I wear literally the same thing every day to prevent decision fatigue, and it's comfortable as heck. So like, why try to reinvent something that's not broken? My husband got me this for Christmas, and I love like a good heated blanket. And this is a heated sweatshirt. Now I wore this specifically today for the office because my office is in a basement, and also I only turn the heat on when I'm there, so I'm gonna get there and it's gonna be really cold. But this heats up. It's definitely not the most fashionable thing. And then I also wore it last night when I did my paint by numbers. So this is where I do it in this room. It's pretty drafty, so it was really nice to have some like warm tea. You're literally snuggled up in warmth too, so that was great. So I'm charging the battery right now. It seems to last a long time. I'll ask him for the link and link it below. So far I like it, but I've only had it for like literally 2 days. Okay, shush, Colleen, get on the ball. Okay, halfway through my mush bar, and I almost forgot to show you, I ended up staying home because the person I was supposed to meet wasn't able to, but here's what they look like. So you can actually see like the oats in the bar. Let me try to get a little better lighting for you. You can see like the oats in the bar, and they are, like I said, they're very filling. I dig them. The texture is really, I don't know, it's really good. They almost have like a perfect bar if you've had one of those kind of texture, but with like oats in it. Personally, I like how it's got kind of like chunks in it. Highly recommend, guys. All right, friends, she is dragging, and I have been putting off doing my meal planning all day. Motivation is low over here, but we're just gonna do it. We're gonna pull it off like a Band-Aid. It's really not gonna be that bad. I just have no motivation for anything. Like I said, it's the Friday after Christmas when it was on a Wednesday. No one has motivation for anything. Okay, let's sit down real quick. No, we're gonna take inventory of what I currently have, because I know I have a ton of stuff that needs to be used up. So when I said like it's not really up to me necessarily, I mean it is up to me. I'm making the choice to try to prevent food waste and to use what we have. So I did not factor in how much Chinese takeout leftovers we were gonna have. That took up like a couple lunches and dinners for the week. We always order a ton. I overestimated the amount of shrimp that we were going to eat. That broccoli tree, if you watched my last video. Oh my gosh, another reason why I will never make another one is because you have so much broccoli. I'm like broccolied out. So not only do we have this extra food, but we have a bunch of stuff that I had planned to have for lunches and dinners that I gotta figure out what to do with. So we are gonna need to do something with, okay, this weekend. We'll do something with the shrimp, and I have this turkey that I'm trying to decide if I'm going to freeze or if I'm going to try to cook it, because my husband doesn't like frozen, like thawed turkey specifically. I have this salad kit, which it's been a week, but I noticed if it's like not a lettuce-based salad kit, it's more of a like, this has a broccoli slaw, those tend to last longer. So I'm trying, this is, we also have a Caesar one. I think this is gonna go bad first. So I actually think we're gonna have this tonight. Usually I make salmon burgers with it, but those are already frozen, so I'm gonna prioritize. We'll either use the turkey or the shrimp tonight, and whatever one we don't use, we'll use for tomorrow. So I actually think between today and tomorrow we'll be fine for that. Let me show you these one thing, and then we'll get to planning next week. I love these. These are from Kevin's. I have another one in here. Kevin's sauces, great to just put on literally any protein source and pair with a carb and like a veggie, and you got yourself a meal. Okay, let me set you down here and we'll get to the meat and potatoes of our planning, because that was really just adjusting what we kind of currently had. So what I'm gonna do, let me show you. I have found that it's really easy for me to have my phone. I do all my meal planning in my app. It's got all my recipes. You can see the weekly view. It's hooked up to a reflection, so if anything felt good, if anything didn't, you liked anything, you didn't, that's what I'm gonna use here. So what I found is really helpful is to do my meal planning, and then on my laptop here, I open a note and I just start a grocery list. Okay, I don't have a ton of time left on my camera, so this is gonna force me to do this in a timely fashion. Thinking through what I know I need to, what do we have going on this week? On Sunday, we're going to my parents, kind of for like lunch, so I need to make a veggie and I need to make a dessert. I know I'm going to make, let me open my app here. I know I'm gonna make the no-bake Oreo cake for one of the desserts. It's just a crowd pleaser. It's a crowd favorite. I might also try to zhuzh it up a little bit. Like I might use we're going to go in one of two directions. Peppermint Oreos, or we're gonna go in the direction of like looking for like peanut butter Oreos and doing kind of like a Reese's vibe. But then I also saw this Facebook reel for a Butterfinger dessert, but then I also really wanna make a rum cake. I don't know. And then New Year's Eve. My husband's kind of in charge for dinner New Year's Eve. We'll see what we're gonna do. We always try to make something new, but I know I don't need to like necessarily, I need to plan dinner, but it's not like a standard dinner that needs to be planned. So going through next week, I typically like to start with dinners, and I might need to wait a little bit because I usually just like to run them past my husband and be like, hey, is there anything you want in particular? So Tuesday, we don't need a dinner for. Sunday is always, we have a frozen pizza and a soup. We won't be making a soup tomorrow, so we'll get a can of soup. We tend to have typical recipes. Like I can 99% guarantee you that I'm gonna put it in here. If anything changes, I'll let you know, but we're probably going to, on Monday, our go-to, we do meatless Monday just to kind of like have a little funsy. But I know my husband always loves and requests the tofu Asian chopped salad. So I'm going to add that there. All the recipes that I'm adding are in the app. So we're gonna plan that for Monday. Tuesday, we don't need, so I'm just gonna put a note in there right now. I like to do just a quick entry where I'll just say something like New Year's Eve dinner, just so I know we have something TBD. I'll come back and add details later, but I know that night's taken care of. Then Wednesday, I'm gonna leave this one blank because nothing is coming to mind that I want. So I'll run stuff past my husband and ask him, oh, you know, we might do, there's a couple recipes that I'm working on. I'll typically try to fill in any gaps with recipes that I'm working on. I'm working on a 1-pot French onion pasta, and then those peanut noodles. I really liked those, but I made those in a couple of videos back, but I nailed that recipe, so I guess I'm not really working on it. It's done. Thursdays, we typically do warm salad kit. I've showed you guys that before. Take a salad kit, warm it up. It turns into like a stir fry. So we're gonna add that. I typically do ground turkey with that, so we're gonna add that. Fridays are typically salmon Caesar salads. Next week, I'm kind of just doing our usuals, TBD what we'll do on Wednesday. So now I have dinners planned. Now I'm gonna do breakfasts. I also consider my Instagram content for the week. I have to get a crap ton of strawberries, so I think breakfasts, I'm gonna have to use up those strawberries. So food, I don't typically eat like the same, maybe we'll switch it up. So the recipe that I'm gonna add is for strawberry cheesecake smoothie. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and add that for breakfast. I think I'm gonna do it Monday through Friday, but I think a couple of them I'm gonna add chocolate to it. So it's like chocolate strawberry, just so I feel like I have some sort of change. Sometimes I like to change up breakfast. Now lunch, on the other hand, which we're gonna plan next, I'm fine eating the same thing personally Monday through Friday, and I just change it up each week. There's a recipe, let me double check, that I think is going out on the 1st in the app. Oh, but I just made that with you guys when I was working on the recipe, the Marry Me chicken salad. I'm 99% sure. I want to show you something different. Let me see what recipes we have going up. I like to make the recipes when they go out live too, just because I think it's like a fun thing to be able to make it with you guys. Maybe we'll do the Marry Me chicken salad again. No. We are gonna do sweet, I forgot, I planned an Instagram reel about this. The sweet chili mango salad. That's gonna be a really good one. Okay, so finished product for the week. We have our dinners planned. We're good to go. So breakfast, we're just gonna do strawberry cheesecake smoothies. We're gonna add some chocolate to it. Lunches is going to be, I'm excited for that. I feel like I'm ready for salads. I feel like I've been in a very sandwichy wrap kind of kick, so I'm excited for that. Grocery shopping tomorrow. I'm kind of excited. I like making desserts. I will, like I said, not be making a broccoli tree again, but that's the plan for the week. A mix of everything. A mix of what do we have on hand? A mix of what sounds good, practicality. That, my friends, is being truly intuitive, right? It's not just what do we want. We're practical with things, and what that practicality looks like ebbs and flows from week to week, and that was just this week. Happy Saturday, friends. We are going grocery shopping today. I did decide what I'm gonna make for dessert. We're gonna do, I actually pulled you guys on Instagram because I also remembered I have a really good recipe for a pumpkin dump cake. So I was deciding between those two for tomorrow, but I'm gonna go with the Oreo cake. But we're gonna do a twist with it. I'm gonna make it a Parent Trap Oreo cake. Do you guys get that reference? If you do not, well, I may be too old for you. Oreo peanut butter, Parent Trap, Lindsay Lohan. Hello! We're gonna do a little twist on it, so I'll keep you posted with that. But I wanna show you my grocery bags. I don't know that I've ever showed you them here. I swear by these things. These are the best. I'll link them in the description. They fold up. They are sturdy. You can pack so much stuff in each bag. So they literally just fold up. So we are going to just bring these with us and do our shopping. So heavy. Okay, team, we have our dessert made here. I added Reese's into the actual like cream cheese part, and then I added, it's up top as well as in the middle, of some peanut butter, and then in the middle I also did a drizzle of chocolate. But here is the final product of the Reese's cake, and then I'm going to make the simple Brussels sprout salad. So I'm gonna do a couple changes to it. It calls for shaved Brussels sprouts, but I found this at Trader Joe's. So this is like pretty similar to it. So there's Brussels sprouts in it, but really anything with like a cruciferous, like tough veggie is gonna work for this. So I'm gonna use this for a shortcut. Let's get to making this. All right, here's our finished salad. We've got some Parmesan cheese, cranberries, that mix that I had, and then apples. And I wasn't trying to be fancy. This was quite literally the only clear bowl that I had, but there we go. All right, safe to say the dessert was a hit, you guys. I swear by this dessert whenever you need like a crowd pleaser. Like I said, I used I'll put it in the app in the description or the additional notes for this recipe, but 10 out of 10 recommend adding some peanut butter to it, chocolate syrup, and Reese's. It's fabulous, delicious, always a crowd pleaser, and you always have leftovers. I even left a bunch there, and we still have some leftovers for us to have. And then my mother-in-law actually made some cinnamon rolls, so we have some more. These, I gotta ask her about this recipe. These are like so big and fluffy. Excited. Okay, so one thing that is interesting to consider when you're thinking about a dessert, okay, and you can do this right now, is ask yourself what types, like, what do I like about a dessert? I can tell you why I love this recipe so much. So a lot of times we think about like, oh, I like this dessert, right? But can you tell me why you like it? For me, I love a creamy texture of something with a little bit of crunch. So this Oreo dessert right here is literally like my perfect dessert because I don't like something that's totally chocolatey. I don't like something that's all vanilla. I like kind of a little bit of both. And I really like that creamy texture. So if you can start to tune into what do you like about certain desserts, that way you'll be able to more navigate like a dessert table, where a lot of times that can feel very overwhelming to people, are like we overeat because we're just so kind of like blindsided by everything. Tune into the aspects of things that you like about it. And you might not know right now, and that's okay, but that's part of eating with no food rules, and eating mindfully is understanding something can be good, but what about it is good. You're gonna understand your preferences, and you're also gonna be able to eat more comfortably because you're actually taking time to notice those things about it, right? So yeah, just a little tidbit there for you to kind of consider. That goes for desserts, that goes for all foods. What do I like about this? You'll start to notice your preferences over time, and you'll start to be able to more automatically like know what types of things to make, what types of things to cook, because you'll start to pick up on those things. I feel like I said those things like 80 times. All right, friends, we are having a balancing act today. Oh, my car just locked. It's starting to rain. You are very close to me right now. Happy. Oh, gosh darn it. Literally. I'm gonna be late. Where? What the? Where the what the? I need those. Like, I can't leave. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. Welcome to my morning. I literally don't know where my key. Oh, they're there. We found our keys. All right. It is very dark in here. Turn that off. That didn't make it any better. We have a wonky morning. Wonky is the name of the game. It is the holiday season. I feel like I don't even need to say that anymore. I am headed to therapy. It is about 8:30 right now. Usually I have therapy in the afternoon, like at the end of the workday, but it's New Year's Eve and this is the only time that she had. So I am going to drink my coffee on the way there because let me tell you what, I have a lot to chat about today. So I need to get myself caffeinated, and we also have a lot to catch up on. So today I want to show you what I've been having for breakfast, what I've been having for lunches, and what we're going to do for New Year's Eve. And I also want to wait until after I have therapy to talk about like where I want 2025 to go, but I'm looking at myself right now and this is really dark and probably not enjoyable to watch. So I will catch up with you after we therapize and take care of our mental health because it's so important, you guys. It is very snowy out, but therapy's great. What's even greater is the chocolate that my therapist has. Let me find it. Team White Chocolate all the way. And this one is Cinnamon Swirl. So we're gonna pocket that for later. Have to stop at the store, and then we are going to, I feel like by the time we get home, I'm gonna be ready for something more substantial. I did have a protein bar and some granola earlier this morning, just for a little something to tide me over. That's usually my kind of like when I need something to hold me over so I don't get super hungry during whatever I'm doing. So let's go make something a little more substantial, shall we? Breakfast, well, more substantial breakfast. We have some creamies here. So this is the strawberry cheesecake smoothie, one of my favorite ones. I have a whole video on how I make my creamies, but that's what we've got going in here. So I'm gonna pop that into the Ninja Creamy, and then I like to add, we ran out, so I stopped at the store, some Fiber One cereal to it. So that's what we are gonna, make here real quick. All right, so she turned out a little thick today. So I'm gonna add a splash of milk, and then I've also been liking, I never really use the mix-in function, but I'm gonna add this and then mix in. It makes it a little, not like pulverizes it, but I did it the other day and it was actually pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, she is perfect, friends. I'm gonna go sit on the couch and eat this and catch up on my emails. Okay, We'll just grab a new one. Okay, we all know Colleen loves a salad kit. This one we're gonna have with dinner tonight. My husband's cooking dinner, like I said, it's New Year's Eve. He likes to do a special little meal, but I do know we're having this. And this is the lemony arugula basil salad kit from Trader Joe's. I've never had this one before. You guys said is amazing. But what I'm having for lunch here is a copycat Trader Joe's, the sweet chili mango one. And it is so good, you guys. We have some romaine, kale, coleslaw mix, chicken, mango. I like regular and dried. I find it makes it a little juicy. Puffed quinoa, super easy to make. Quinoa, water, and then you toast it up. Sunflower seeds, sweet chili lime dressing. Laid it out all nice to look at, right? But here's how we're actually going to eat it. Big old salad chopper. I love this thing. I want this baby to be nice and all mixed together. Pop it in there. Then I'm gonna stand up to do this. This is where the regular mango shines because the juices are going to really make it like extra sweet. I love the puffed quinoa, you guys. I was not expecting it to be super easy to make. I was just gonna use regular quinoa, but when I saw how easy it is to make puffed quinoa, I was like, how can you not? The dressing is super easy too. It's literally 4 ingredients. I use a Costco rotisserie chicken. Easy, delicious. We love to see it. Okay, let's take this down. We went hot tubbing today and my hair is just, this is as good as we're gonna get, my friends. Let's wrap up this video here with a couple things. First, I wanna give you a reminder and then we're gonna go into 2025, kind of what I'm calling my theme for 2025. My first reminder for you is, listen up friends, your body image does not dictate how or if or how much you feed your body. Your body dictates that. I say that because today I'm having a really crappy body image day, but I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks that we're having kind of a crummy body image day, but guess what? You're feeling hungry. Honestly, I'm feeling a little extra hungry today. You still honor it. So if anyone needs to hear that reminder, your body image does not dictate how much you do or do not eat. We respect and fuel our bodies, even if we don't love the way that we look. Because guess what? Loving your body does not mean loving the way that it looks all the time. When we think about like relationships and those people that we love, like it's not always that we like them all the time. I always think of the How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days line where she's like, I love you, Pinky Winky, but I don't have to like you right now. That's so freaking true of our body image, but I digress. I just wanted to throw that in there. Now I want to just kind of chat about, like I said, real quick here, my theme for 2025. And I actually put this into that's what I was finishing up, a journal entry here with it. And I saved it to a favorite so that I can look back on it. My theme for 2025 is spark joy. Now I know that sounds very Marie Kondo, right? Does it spark joy? But let me give you a little background on why I chose this is because I feel like in 2024, I did everything quote unquote right in terms of like business and just lots of different things. I feel like I did everything, like I said, quote unquote right. But when I look back, nothing like catastrophic happened, but I didn't feel the joy that I felt like I should have felt. Like I said, when you like do everything, a lot of it is in terms of business for me. I don't know. I just feel like I felt like 2025 was almost like 2024. It was almost like a diluted version of myself. Like I was catering to, again, a lot of these shoulds, mostly in terms of like how you quote unquote should live your life, the trajectory, like I said, business stuff. And it just got to the end of the day and I'm like, this just doesn't really make me like happy. Again, nothing that it was like bad or anything like that. It's just, it didn't spark joy. When I look back on 2024, having a whole year where you feel like you weren't your full self, when you feel like it didn't spark joy, like that's almost a little depressing feeling where honestly, like 2024, it just feels like a blur and I don't like that. My goal for 2025 5, gosh, I keep getting these confused, is to spark joy. And that goes down into, I want to get to the end of the day and feel like I really enjoyed what I did today. And not only from like, I feel like I did the right things, I followed the books, I did all this stuff, but truly like that's what I enjoy. And to be honest, guys, that's one of the reasons why I've really been loving doing these videos, is because I love the editing process. I love connecting with you guys. I love making videos. That sparks joy, even down to home decor. I'll show you guys just in the final stages of putting the wallpaper up, but I'll show you that after. Like, life's too short not to decorate your house. When I show you this, I guarantee you most of you would be like, I would never put that in my house. That is way too loud, or like it doesn't go together. I don't know. But guess what? I don't really give a rat's behind because it sparks me joy. And that's just really going to be my theme for 2025. There's going to be some changes that I'm gonna make to align with what fills my cup, what makes me happy. I'm excited for that. I feel, oh gosh, I'm so cheesy, but whatever. I feel hopeful and excited for 2025. Like I said, I'm gonna look back on that because it's not always gonna be easy. And let me caveat that real quick with, not everything's that you do is gonna spark joy. For example, doing the dishes doesn't spark me joy, but having a clean kitchen does. Or like checking emails doesn't spark me joy. But the way that I run the business and just my business in general does. So like, it's not each individual task, it's more of like the overall theme of it. Does that make sense, you guys? I would love to hear if you guys are setting any sort of goals or anything like that, themes for 2025. Let me know in the comments. 10 out of 10 recommend putting it in a journal, saving it so that you can look back on. Okay, I will go ahead and show you the wallpaper here, but before we do, I'll wrap up this video. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Last thing I did want to say too is if you're watching this in real time, there likely won't be a video next week because we're going on vacation. So I think the next video is going to be in 2 weeks, and it's going to, I think we're going to do a little bit of like a, how do you kind of like re-enter after vacation, and just kind of like things that I do to kind of like get back into a routine, get back to feeling good if we're not feeling super great. Personally, I get some tummy troubles on vacation. TMI, that'll probably be the next video, but let me know what you think. Like I said, all of the things, and we will end on a little bit, ooh, my shoulder just cracked, a little bit of I've got a couple more things that I want to do, but I'll give you a sneak peek. All right, friends, lighting is horrible, but this is the wallpaper that I chose. So I'm very, very excited about it. So this wall, let's flip a light on here. This wall is all black. I'm gonna do something to this. I still have to do something to the stairs, but look, okay. I'll show you up here. Like I said, stairs, I'm actually going to, I think, paint this black and put a runner up the whole stairs, but there she is, friends. We need to get some new lighting. Yeah, I love it so far. Got some, like I said, fixes to do, but it's all up. All right, I forgot I made tea, so I'm gonna go grab that, but I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.